There's no beginning to this story. A bookshelf sinks into the sand, and a language learned and forgotten turn is studied once again. It's a shocking bit of footage viewed from a shitty TV screen. You can squint at it through snowy static to make out the meaning, and keep on stretching the antenna, hoping that it will come clear. We need some reception, a higher message. Just tell us what to fear, 'cause I don't know what tomorrow brings. To live with such possibilities, all I know is I feel better when I sing. Burdens are lifted from me.
I mean, you know, I'm an ex-homeless person, ex-crack person, but I tell you, I haven't seen no stupider people than I walked today and really noticed how they was looking at the economy like they're gonna be all right. Keep hoping, fools. Keep hoping.
That's my voice rising. Michael, please keep the tape rolling. Boys, keep strumming those guitars. We need a record of our failures. Yes, we must document our love. I have sat too long in my silence. I've grown too old in my pain to shed the skin, be born again. Or it starts with an ending. So thank you, friends, for the time we shared. My love stays with you like sunlight and air. And though I truly wish I could keep hanging around here, my joy is covering me.
Who wants to work all day to come home to sleep, to get up to work the next day? Also, you can fight to pay your bills. While at the same time you're watching your brothers and sisters around the country get detained, whether it was the Japanese internment camp way back when, or it's Latinos today who are coming to this country mostly because our government is in their country oppressing them and stealing their farms and forcing them to look for an alternative way. And so they have to come here, and then when they do come here, they do nothing but help our economy, and all we see is a degradation of Latino people. It's happened to African people, it's still happening to African people in the United States. It's happening to women today. It's a facade, but it's still happening. It's happening to everybody who doesn't go along with the establishment. The establishment stinks.
Soon I will disappear.
But what is happening, if you noticed on this march, there were all kinds of people who threw up their fists, who honked their horns because somebody was out here. And the fact is that what we had is that since the government, since the media have announced that the bailout has already occurred, many people felt like there was nothing we can do anyway. And they feel like that in part because they say, well, what's the alternative? If the Democratic Party and the Democratic Party is on board with this thing, the Republican Party is on board with this thing, they say, well, what's the alternative? What else is there? Well, the truth is there is something, because the problem that we have is that neither the Democratic Party nor the Republican Party represents the interests of the people in this country and around the world. In fact, we've been seeing this crisis for a long time if we would but recognize what we were seeing. When you see America in places like Iraq, killing up the Iraqi people to take their resources, when we see them in Afghanistan, killing up the Afghan people to take their resources, when we see them attempting to overthrow the government of Venezuela, to isolate the courageous people of Cuba, you're looking at a crisis that's been going on for a long time. But the fact is that the American economy, the entire world economy as it exists now, It rests upon a pedestal of the oppressed peoples of the world. That's why they're in Iraq. The economy was rotten through and through. It was rotten before the subprime mortgage crisis. It was rotten before Paulson stepped forward. And some of us understood that, and we've been trying to explain that all along. But today we live in a time where it's becoming clearer for everybody. Some people thought they actually had a democratic and representative government. But now what you see is this government doesn't represent anybody but Wall Street.
So I've made peace with the fallen leaves. I see their same fate in my own body. But I won't be frightened when I'm awoken from this dream and return to that which gave birth to me. Give birth to me, give birth to me.